Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something close to my heart: strength. Not the kind that lifts weights, but the kind that lifts souls. The kind of strength that comes from within, that isn't measured by how loud you are, but by how resilient, fearless, and compassionate you choose to be. So, what makes a woman truly strong? Let's talk about the 7 signs that prove you are one. Your story is yours alone. Every chapter, every struggle, every triumph, these are not just moments in time, they are the foundation of who you are. A strong woman understands that her past is not something to be ashamed of, but something to embrace. She does not allow society, family, or circumstances to dictate her narrative. Instead, she takes control, rewriting the parts that others may have tried to suppress, and celebrating the experiences that have shaped her. Owning your story means standing firm in your truth, no matter how imperfect or challenging it may be. Life does not hand out perfect beginnings. Some stories start with heartbreak, rejection, or struggle. Others carry themes of resilience, survival, and reinvention. But what separates a strong woman from the rest is her ability to own every part of it. She does not sugarcoat the hard times, nor does she allow them to define her in a negative way. She wears them like armor, as proof that she has survived, grown, and evolved. There will always be people who try to rewrite your story for you: society, critics, sometimes even loved ones. They will try to tell you who you should be, what you should have done differently, and what path you must follow. A strong woman listens, but she does not conform. She understands that her voice is the most important one in shaping her destiny. She acknowledges her past mistakes, learns from them, but refuses to be held hostage by them. One of the most powerful aspects of owning your story is rejecting shame. Society often tries to make women feel ashamed of their past, their choices, their emotions, and even their success. But a strong woman refuses to be burdened by guilt over things that have contributed to her growth. She understands that every misstep was a lesson. Every setback was a setup for something greater, and every painful moment was a stepping stone to wisdom. She does not hide her scars, she wears them with pride because they are proof of survival. Owning your story also means embracing the parts of yourself that make you different. Too often, women feel pressured to fit into a mold, to be what others expect, and to silence the parts of themselves that do not align with conventional standards. A strong woman, however, celebrates her uniqueness. She knows that her quirks, her perspective, her ambitions, these are what make her extraordinary. She does not apologize for being too bold, too ambitious, too emotional, or too independent. Instead, she steps into these qualities fully, knowing that they are what set her apart. A strong woman also understands that her story is still being written. She does not allow a single chapter to define her entire life. If she has faced heartbreak, she knows that love is still possible. If she has failed, she knows that success is still within reach. She moves forward with the knowledge that she is the author of her own life. The past is a lesson, the present is her canvas, and the future is hers to create. When you own your story, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of strength for those who are still learning to accept themselves. You show them that it is okay to have a past, to have struggled, and to have been imperfect. Your courage in embracing your own journey gives others permission to do the same. Owning your story is not just about acknowledging where you have been, it is about stepping boldly into where you are going. It is about refusing to let anyone else define you, control you, or silence you. A strong woman does not wait for someone to tell her who she is. She declares it herself. And in doing so, she reclaims her power, her purpose, and her place in the world. Standing up for yourself is one of the most defining traits of a strong woman. It is not just about speaking loudly or being assertive in a room full of people. It is about knowing your worth and refusing to let anyone diminish it. It is about setting boundaries, demanding respect, and having the confidence to advocate for yourself in every situation, whether it's in your personal life, your workplace, or in society at large. A strong woman understands that her voice is powerful, and she refuses to let it be silenced. From a young age, women are often conditioned to be accommodating, agreeable, and quiet. They are told not to make waves, to avoid confrontation, and to put others' needs above their own. But a strong woman rejects this outdated narrative. She understands that standing up for herself is not about being difficult or aggressive, it is about self-respect. She does not allow others to take advantage of her kindness, nor does she shrink herself to make others comfortable. She is not afraid to say no when something does not serve her, and she does not hesitate to call out behavior that disrespects her boundaries. There will always be people who try to test you, whether it is a boss who undervalues your contributions, a partner who dismisses your feelings, or friends who take more than they give. A strong woman recognizes these patterns and addresses them head-on. She does not allow fear to keep her in situations that undermine her worth. She speaks up when something is unfair, and she does not accept less than she deserves. She knows that she has a right to be treated with dignity, and she is willing to walk away from people and situations that fail to honor that. In the workplace, standing up for yourself can mean demanding fair pay, equal opportunities, and the respect you deserve. A strong woman does not allow herself to be overlooked or dismissed. She knows her capabilities, and she refuses to let anyone undermine them. If she is not given a seat at the table, she pulls up her own chair. If her ideas are ignored, she makes sure they are heard. She does not seek validation from others to know her worth. She walks into every room with the confidence of someone who belongs there. In relationships, standing up for yourself means not settling for less than you deserve. It means refusing to stay in situations where you are not valued, appreciated, or respected. A strong woman understands that love should never come at the expense of self-worth. She does not tolerate manipulation, emotional abuse, or neglect. She communicates her needs clearly, and she does not allow guilt or fear to keep her from leaving situations that no longer serve her. In society, standing up for yourself means refusing to be silenced. It means knowing your rights and fighting for them. It means challenging outdated norms that try to limit you and pushing back against injustice. A strong woman does not accept discrimination, inequality, or unfair treatment. She uses her voice to create change, not just for herself, but for others as well. She understands that her strength is not just personal, it is collective. When she stands up for herself, she sets an example for others to do the same. Standing up for yourself is not always easy. It requires courage, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your worth. It means facing criticism, dealing with resistance, and sometimes walking away from people who do not respect your boundaries. But a strong woman knows that the cost of staying silent is far greater than the cost of speaking up. She refuses to dim her light to make others comfortable. She stands tall, knowing that she has every right to be exactly who she is, without apology, without hesitation, and without fear. A strong woman understands that real strength is not about standing alone at the top. It is about lifting others as she rises. She knows that success is not a competition, and she does not see other women as rivals. Instead, she sees them as allies, as sisters, as a community of powerful individuals who can achieve more together than they ever could apart. She recognizes that when one woman wins, it paves the way for others to win too. Empowering others starts with mindset. A strong woman does not let insecurity dictate her actions. She does not feel threatened by another woman's success, beauty, intelligence, or talent. Instead, she applauds it, knowing that another woman's achievements do not take anything away from her own. She understands that success is not a limited resource, and she chooses to create an environment where everyone can thrive. Encouragement is a powerful tool, and a strong woman uses it freely. She does not withhold compliments or opportunities out of fear that someone else will outshine her. She supports her friends, her colleagues, and even strangers, offering words of affirmation, advice, and mentorship whenever she can. Handy, she understands that sometimes all a person needs to believe in themselves is for someone else to believe in them first. And so she becomes that person. A strong woman lifts others by being a mentor and a guide. She shares her knowledge and experience instead of keeping it to herself. She does not hoard opportunities but opens doors for others, whether it is in the workplace, in friendships, or in personal growth. She understands that true leadership is not about how many people follow her, but about how many people she helps rise to their own greatness. In personal relationships, lifting others up means being a source of positivity and strength. A strong woman is the friend who reminds you of your worth when you forget it. She is the sister who celebrates your victories as if they were her own. She is the partner who encourages you to chase your dreams and believes in your potential, even when you doubt yourself. She does not tear others down with gossip, jealousy, or negativity. Instead, she speaks life into those around her. She also understands the importance of listening. Lifting others up is not always about giving advice. Sometimes it is about simply being there. A strong woman creates a space where others feel seen, heard, and valued. She listens without judgment and offers support without conditions. She knows that sometimes the best thing she can do for someone is to remind them they are not alone. A strong woman stands up for others the way she stands up for herself. She speaks out against injustice, discrimination, and inequality. She does not stay silent when she sees someone being mistreated, whether it is in the workplace, in social situations, or in society at large. She uses her voice to advocate for those who may not have the strength or the platform to speak for themselves. She fights not just for her own rights, but for the rights of all women because she understands that true empowerment is collective. She also knows that lifting others up does not mean losing herself. She sets boundaries and takes care of herself first, understanding that she cannot pour from an empty cup. She leads by example, showing others that strength and kindness can coexist. She teaches by her actions that confidence is not about putting others down. It is about standing so firmly in your own power that you naturally inspire those around you to rise as well. In every aspect of life, a strong woman seeks to elevate others. She is not just focused on her own journey. She is invested in the journeys of those around her. She believes in the power of unity, in the strength of community, and in the magic that happens when women support each other instead of tearing each other down. She knows that real success is not measured by how high she climbs alone, but by how many others she helps reach their highest potential along the way. Chasing your dreams fearlessly is not just about ambition. It is about having the courage to pursue what sets your soul on fire, despite the obstacles, doubts, and fears that stand in the way. A strong woman does not let limitations, whether imposed by society, circumstances, or even her own insecurities, hold her back. She understands that her dreams are valid and she refuses to settle for anything less than the life she envisions for herself. From an early age, women are often taught to play it safe, to follow a predetermined path, to avoid risk, and to prioritize stability over passion. But a strong woman knows that playing it safe rarely leads to greatness. She embraces uncertainty because she understands that the most rewarding journeys often come with the most challenges. She is willing to take risks, knowing that failure is not the opposite of success, but a necessary step toward it. She does not let the fear of making mistakes keep her from moving forward. She believes in her dreams even when no one else does. There will always be doubters. People who question her abilities, people who tell her she is dreaming too big, people who try to convince her that success is meant for others, not for her. But a strong woman does not let the opinions of others dictate her path. She listens to her own voice above all else, trusting that she is capable of achieving whatever she sets her mind to. Chasing dreams fearlessly requires resilience. The road to success is never a straight line. It is filled with setbacks, rejections, and moments of doubt. A strong woman understands that these obstacles are not signs to give up, but opportunities to grow stronger. She does not let failure define her. She lets it refine her. She learns from every misstep, adjusts her course, and keeps going with even more determination. She takes action. A dream remains just a dream unless it is pursued with consistent effort and dedication. A strong woman does not wait for the perfect moment to start. She starts where she is with what she has. She understands that progress is built one step at a time, and she's not afraid to put in the hard work required to turn her vision into reality. She is disciplined, focused, and willing to make sacrifices to achieve what she desires. She does not seek permission to go after what she wants. Society often expects women to seek validation before taking bold steps, but a strong woman knows that she does not need approval to chase her dreams. She owns her ambitions unapologetically, even if they go against expectations. Whether she wants to build a career, travel the world, start a business, or break barriers in male-dominated fields, she pursues her goals with confidence and determination. A strong woman also surrounds herself with the right people. She seeks out mentors, supporters, and like-minded individuals who inspire and uplift her. She understands that success is not just about personal effort, but also about being in an environment that nurtures growth. She's not afraid to let go of toxic influences, people who discourage her, drain her energy, or make her doubt herself. Instead, she builds a network of encouragement, collaboration, and inspiration. She embraces her uniqueness. Chasing dreams fearlessly means being authentic and staying true to what makes her different. A strong woman does not try to fit into a mold just to be accepted. She knows that her individuality is her strength, and she uses it to create her own path instead of following one that has already been paved for her. She celebrates every milestone, no matter how small. A strong woman understands that success is a journey, not just a destination. She takes time to acknowledge her progress and appreciates the growth that comes with every step. She does not wait until she reaches the peak to feel proud of herself. She finds joy in the process, knowing that every effort, every lesson, and every challenge conquered is a victory in itself. Chasing dreams fearlessly is not just about reaching a goal, it is about having the courage to live life on your own terms. It is about refusing to let fear, doubt, or societal expectations hold you back. A strong woman does not wait for the perfect conditions, she creates them. She does not wait for someone else to give her opportunities, she builds them. And most importantly, she does not let anything stop her from becoming the person she knows she is meant to be. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but a strong woman refuses to let them define her. She understands that failure, disappointment, and hardship are not the end of the road, they are simply part of the journey. Instead of letting obstacles break her, she uses them as fuel to rise even higher. She does not dwell on what went wrong, she focuses on what she can learn and how she can grow from the experience. Every setback she faces becomes the foundation for a powerful comeback. Resilience is what separates a strong woman from those who allow failure to consume them. She knows that setbacks are temporary, but the lessons they bring are permanent. Every day, when she encounters a roadblock, she does not waste time complaining or blaming others. Instead, she takes responsibility for her path and asks herself, what can I do differently? How can I use this challenge to my advantage? She understands that true power lies in adapting and evolving. A strong woman does not fear failure because she knows that it is proof that she is trying, growing, and pushing herself beyond her comfort zone. She does not let mistakes define her identity. She recognizes that setbacks do not mean she is unworthy or incapable. They simply mean that she is human. She refuses to let one failure overshadow all the progress she has made. Instead, she picks herself up, dusts herself off, and moves forward with even greater determination. She also understands that setbacks can be blessings in disguise. Sometimes what feels like a devastating loss is actually redirection. A job that did not work out, a relationship that ended, or an opportunity that slipped away may all be making room for something even better. A strong woman trusts that life has a way of guiding her toward where she is meant to be, even if it does not always make sense in the moment. She keeps going, knowing that every disappointment carries the seed of something greater. The way she responds to setbacks also influences those around her. A strong woman leads by example, showing others that setbacks do not have to be the end of the story. She is a source of inspiration for those who feel like giving up. She proves that resilience, patience, and self-belief can turn even the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth and success. She reminds others that strength is not about never falling, It is about always getting back up. She does not let rejection discourage her, whether it is in her career, personal life, or any other area. She understands that rejection is not a reflection of her worth. Instead of taking it personally, she uses it as motivation to improve, to refine her skills, and to push even harder. She knows that some of the most successful people in the world have faced countless rejections before achieving greatness, and she refuses to let one no stop her from reaching her goals. A strong woman also takes care of herself during difficult times. She does not ignore her emotions or pretend that setbacks do not affect her. She allows herself to feel disappointment, frustration, or sadness, but she does not stay stuck in those feelings. She practices self-care, seeks support when needed, and gives herself the grace to heal. She knows that being strong does not mean being invulnerable. It means acknowledging pain while still choosing to move forward. She does not compare her journey to others. It is easy to look at people who seem to have it all together and feel like she is falling behind. But a strong woman understands that every person has their own struggles, even if they are not visible. She focuses on her own path, knowing that setbacks do not mean she is failing. They mean she is growing. She trusts in her own timing and does not rush her progress based on someone else's success. Her mindset is her greatest asset. She does not allow negativity to consume her thoughts. Instead, she shifts her perspective and chooses to see challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. She trains herself to look for the silver lining, to find solutions instead of problems, and to use every difficulty as a chance to build her strength. She knows that her thoughts shape her reality, and she chooses to think like a winner, even when circumstances try to convince her otherwise. Setbacks are a test of character, and a strong woman refuses to let them break her spirit. She rises from every fall with more wisdom, more strength, and more determination than before. She knows that every comeback she makes is proof of her resilience, her courage, and her unshakable belief in herself. No matter how many times she is knocked down, she will always rise again, stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever.